Now, I've heard it said by a lot of the mentors we've talked to, and even thrivers on the phone, we talk to these folks, and they'll say, you know, I had that breakdown and then I had my breakthrough. Yeah. It's like the breakthrough always comes after the breakdown. For somebody who's maybe new to the concept of creating a vision, you said something that's powerful. You know, you said if you have a vision, that is one of those factors that would cause you to change your boundaries. What would you say to somebody who's watching this who says, I've never actually formally had a vision? And talk to me about things. We have a lot of thrivers who have been working at a job for 20 years, 30 years. They've never really had a big vision for their life. And just by going on to Thrive, they're now starting to get ideas and concepts. What is the best way? And I know we're going off the beaten path a little bit here, but what's the best way to distill a vision like that and kind of wrap your mind around a big idea like that?
I think it has a lot to do with feeling like you were born to do something. Okay. You know, and doing that or accomplishing that gives you an energizing experience. So it's not something, because classically when I have to do something, it costs me energy-wise. When I get to do something, it fuels me energy-wise. So if I'm going to build a vision, I want to make sure that I'm drawn into this thing because it's energizing my life. That begins to create a pull on my life instead of needing something to push me. You know, constantly I got to pay my bills. You know, these people are going to be upset with me. I'm going to be in trouble if I don't. That life is, you know, it is so hard to live like that because as soon as the thing stops pushing you, you stop moving.
I feel like a lot of people, though, watching this, and I'm trying to, I don't want to be Satan certainly doesn't need an advocate, so I'm not going to be the devil's advocate, but I guess if I'm the contrarian, if I'm watching this, I'm just trying to ask you what I think a lot of people are thinking. They're going, I feel kind of selfish. You know, when I have a vision and I start to tell people I'm not available for this because I'm available for that, you know, once I start to set those boundaries, I just feel kind of selfish. What do you say to somebody who their self-talk or the way they were taught or raised, they're taught, hey, you're kind of being selfish if you're not immediately responsive to every human that calls you?
I'd say that you're as selfish as Jesus.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you unpack that? Because that's a little intense.
Yeah. It's a little known fact that Jesus was very healthy. And he was very powerful. And he was very effective. He accomplished turning the world upside down in 3 years. You know, that's pretty powerful. That's pretty focused. He had the ability to say yes really well. And he would say things like, I only do that which I see my Father doing. Which eliminates everything else. I'm only doing these things.
Okay.
This is my vision. I'm only doing these things. That's why my goal in my marriage better be part of my vision. My goal with my family better be part of my vision. My goal, my company is my vision. The focus of my life's energy is my vision. And so if I'm going to build a life that I feel like I was put on this earth to do, I'm the only one who's going to steward that. You are not going to steward my vision for me. You're actually going to challenge my vision in many ways by needing something that maybe I don't have to give to you.
So let's recap these in terms of action items, because I know that people watching this, we're having some epiphanies, we're having our synapses are firing here. One, we're talking about the connection. What's an action step that every single person watching this can do right now within the next 24 hours? They're inspired. What can they do? What can everybody do to begin establishing the right kind of connection that you spoke of?
Well, it would be to assess what is the goal of your relationship. Okay. To honestly answer that question. If you came in for marriage counseling, you would sit on my couch there, and I would say, so talk to me a little bit, and what would you like to do? And the guy would say, well, she made the appointment, so let her go first. I go, okay, so ma'am, and then she would reach in her purse and she would pull out this list, and I say, ma'am, we're not going to go over that list. We're not going to do it. Here's what I want to know. I want to know, what is the goal of your marriage? And then one of them's going to say, well, to raise our kids, not be poor, miserable people, and do something for Jesus. Okay, great. All right. That's the goal of your parenting, your finances, and your ministry. What's the goal of your marriage? Yeah, I don't understand the question. Because people don't think about that. They don't think about what is the goal of your love union.
Okay.
What are you doing? I just thought it was going to kind of magically happen. I was kind of hoping it was just going to take care of itself. Well, what if you approached your business like that?
Yeah.
You know? And so if you take a moment and you say, what is the goal of my marriage?
Okay.
Is it distance or is it connection?
And you can do this for any relationship, period. You can do this with your boss. You're thinking about what is the connection I want to have with my boss or with my top reports, or just what is the connection you're looking for?
Your children, your suppliers, whatever. You will discover the way you behave in a relationship is either conducive to success or it is unraveling something. And that trails itself back to you.
Okay.
Is my goal connection or is my goal distance? Okay. I'm a powerful person. I can make a choice. If my goal is distance, then I should communicate. I really don't want to have this relationship with you.
Do you actually do that sometimes, though? Have you ever done that, where you're setting your boundaries, you do this?
You can't. Sometimes you have to say, we're all done talking. I'm all done investing in this relationship because it's disrespectful. It's irresponsible. I don't have any disrespectful, irresponsible relationships in my life for very long.